Hello, welcome. In this video, we'll be exploring the rule against perpetuities. Definition. The rule against perpetuity says that no interest in property is good unless it must vest, if at all, not later than 21 years after some life in being, the creation of the interest. The perpetuities period begins at the creation of the interest, when deed takes effect. In this case, if it is made by a deed, or if it is by a will when the testator dies. The life in being should have reasonable connection to conveyance. The perpetuities period ends 21 years after the relevant lives in being end, and it may also include or be extended by periods of gestation. The vesting of the interest is not subjected to certain types of interests. For example, the interests such as reversion, possibility of reverter, right of entry, indefeasibly vested remainders, vested remainder subject to complete divestment, and present interest. Those are interests are not subjected to the rule against perpetuities. Key to remember that these are future interests in favor of a grantor. Now, the interests that are subject to the rule are contingent remainders. They vest when they become possessory, indefeasible, subject to complete divestment. Executory interests vest when they become possessory. Options vest when exercised. Class gifts vested remainder subject to open. Rights of first refusal vest when exercised and power of appointment. If we exemplify here, John executes a deed conveying Brownacre to Josephine, but if she ever marries Brianna, then to Bon July. This is valid under the rule. Example 2. John conveys Brownacre to Josephine, so as long as no one ever consumes red meat on Blue Acre in that event to Boris. Now, this is not valid because under the perpetuities rule, various aspects of it may not fit the requirement. For example, by designating that if no one ever consumes red meat on Blue Acre, the language here may allow the interest to go on forever. Therefore, it's a violation of the rule. Partially invalid conveyance. Now, conveyance that partly violates the rule against perpetuities can be approached in the following way. A deletion of language creating the offending interest and any other interest that follows on it can be excluded. Apply whatever language is left over without regard to the deleted language. Remaining language will determine state of the title. Example: Jack conveys Blue Acre to Jill for life, then to Jill's first child to reach 21 years and 1 day old. Here we delete then to Jill's first child to reach 21 years old. So Jack has a reversion, Jill has a life estate, and Boris has nothing. Now we have some exceptions in the rule against perpetuities. When it comes to charity exception, the conveyance is valid. Non-charity to charity is invalid, and option to purchase are valid.